Good morning, students. How are you all doing? Let me introduce myself. This is A.Sampathi, SAPHS, working for ZPHS Manikyapur, Mandal Bheemadevrapally, district Warangal. You are all aware of the pandemic situation. So, our honorable DO sir has taken the initiative of conducting online teaching classes. As a part of this, I will be teaching biology for you.
We discuss about the nutrition, the food supplying system, Chapter 1, 10th class biology.
Before going to the lesson, I would like to show you some images. Look at these images on the screen. What do you observe here? That there are different kinds of algae, plants, mushrooms, lichens, parasitic plants. These organisms shows different modes of nutrition which will be discussed in this lesson. I hope that by the end of the lesson that you will be able to distinguish between organisms and their mode of nutrition. Now let us look at another set of images. What is the one thing that is common in all these images? Yes, it is the food. All these organisms are consuming the food. Why should organisms consume food? What substances are present in the food? How are they helpful to us? Let us get the answers by going into the lesson. All the organisms, plants, animals, microorganisms are required food. Food is the basic need of all living organisms. What components are present in the food? The components or substances which are present in the food are called as nutrients. How many types of nutrients are in the food? There are carbohydrates, proteins, fats or lipids, vitamins, minerals, water. These are the main components present in the food. What is the use of food? Food provide or food give energy to the all living organisms. So, what is the use of energy? This energy is useful for the growth of the living organism and repair of the damaged part of the body or repair of the tissue of the organ and fight against the microorganism to provide immunity and maintain the body temperature and useful for the reproduction. This is the usage of the energy. So all living organisms require food for energy. The energy is useful for so many metabolisms. What is nutrition? How do you define nutrition? Nutrition is nothing but intaking of food by an organism as well as utilization of this food by the organisms. How many types of nutrition are there in nature? What are the modes of nutrition methods in living organisms? On the basis of their modes of nutrition, all living organisms are divided into three groups. They are autotrophs, heterotrophs, mixotrophs. Their corresponding modes of nutrition are divided into three groups. One is autotrophic nutrition, second one is heterotrophic nutrition, third one is mixotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition further classified into chemoautotrophs and photoautotrophs. Heterotrophic nutrition again classified into saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, symbiotic nutrition, holocyte nutrition. Now we discuss about the three types of nutrition methods. The first one is autotrophic nutrition. What is autotrophic nutrition? The living organisms can prepare their own food by chemosynthesis or photosynthesis are called autotrophs. These mode of nutrition is called autotrophic nutrition. All green plants, bacteria, cyanobacteria, blue-green algae are the autotrophs. Second one is heterotrophic nutrition. The animals cannot prepare their own food within their body. They always depend on others. They are called heterotrophs. Such type of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. Example, all animals. Next, mixotrophic nutrition. What is mixotrophic nutrition? Some microorganisms, example Euglena, which can prepare their own food when sunlight is available. It depends on other living organisms when sunlight is unavailable. It acts like a autotrophs and heterotrophs. That's why it is called mixotroph. It have some pigments in their cytoplasm are called chromatophores. They prepare the food from carbon dioxide and water when sunlight is available. When sunlight is unavailable, this euglena also eats another microorganism. So this is a mixotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition further classified into two groups, chemoautotrophs and photoautotrophs. So what are the chemoautotrophs? Some microorganisms prepare their own food by chemosynthesis. That means they prepare their own food from inorganic substances. They are hydrogen sulfide and ammonia. Here no oxygen is liberated. Instead of oxygen, sulfur is liberated in this process or in the chemosynthesis. What are the microorganisms prepare their own food by chemosynthesis? They are sulfur oxidizing bacteria, nitrogen fixing bacteria, and iron oxidizing bacteria, cyanobacteria. So you observe the images, some are on the screen. They are the bacteria, cyanobacteria, and sulfur bacteria. These are some microorganisms prepare their own food by chemosynthesis from inorganic chemical substances. Chemosynthesis, nothing but the synthesis of carbohydrates from the inorganic chemical substances known as chemosynthesis. Now we will know the equation of the chemosynthesis, that is 18 H2S molecules plus 6 carbon dioxide molecules plus 3 oxygen molecules combines and form glucose C6H12O6 and 12 water molecules plus 18 sulfur molecules. Here sulfur is generated instead of oxygen. This is the equation for chemosynthesis. Photoautotrophic nutrition. The organisms which prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight by using carbon dioxide from air, water and minerals from soil are called photoautotrophs. It takes place in chloroplast. This mode of nutrition is called phototropic nutrition. This entire process is called as photosynthesis. They are producing complex compounds like carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids from these simple substances. Autotrophs, also called as producers. These compounds produced by plants are utilized for providing energy to all animals or heterotrophs including human beings. Most of the food we eat is obtained from plants. Even if we depend on animals' products, we would find that these animals depend on plants for their food. Before going to this equation, you observe the image that water is absorbed from the soil through the roots, which is reaches to the chloroplast of the leaves, and carbon dioxide is absorbed from the atmosphere, which also enter into the chloroplast. Both are combined with help of the sunlight and synthesize carbohydrate or glucose. Here oxygen is liberated as a byproduct. This entire process known as a photosynthesis. Now, this is the equation. That is 6 carbon dioxide plus 12 H2O gives rise in the presence of sunlight, which is takes place in the chloroplast. C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. Here is a video about photosynthesis. Watch carefully. Carbon dioxide absorbed from the atmosphere through the stomata of the leaves, water absorbed from the soil to the roots, which enter into the leaves. They are converted into glucose with help of the sunlight in the chlorophyll. Oxygen released as a byproduct in this process. This is known as photosynthesis. Here, sunlight is very important, which the photo energy or light energy is converted into chemical energy in the form of glucose. Here is a video about photosynthesis. Watch carefully. Water and minerals absorbed from the soil, carbon dioxide absorbed from the atmosphere. With help of the sunlight, the glucose molecules are produced. Heterotrophic nutrition. Already we discussed, that is, there are 4 types of heterotrophs. One is saprophytic nutrition, second one is parasitic nutrition, third one is symbiotic nutrition, fourth one is holocyte nutrition. Now we discuss about the saprophytic nutrition. Sapro means rotten and phytic means nutrition. The organisms which obtained food from decaying organic matter of dead plant and dead animals and rotten food materials. Generally, saprophytes secretes digestive enzymes into the surrounding environment and break down the organic matter into simple substances. This is also called as extracellular digestion. That means the food is digested outside of the body. The digested substances are absorbed directly through the cell membrane of the organisms. So, the digested food substances are nutrients which are enter into the cells through their surface of the cell membrane. The fungi, bacteria, yeast and mushrooms are called as saprophytes. Here some images of saprophytes you observe it. Mushroom and bread mold. These are the saprophytes. Here is the video about the saprophytic nutrition. Watch carefully. So mushroom which release the enzymes into the surroundings and the food is converted into simple substances. Now the simple nutrients absorbed into the body through the cell membrane. This is about the saprophytic nutrition. Second one is parasitic nutrition. So what is parasitic nutrition? The living organisms obtain food from plants or animals without killing them. Such type of organisms are called parasites. Their mode of nutrition is called parasitic nutrition. The parasites always get food and shelter from another living organism. This is called a parasite. A living organism which get shelter or food from another living organism are called parasite. So, what is host? Host is nothing but the organisms which provide shelter and food to a parasite is called host. The example for this parasite nutrition are Cuscuta. This is a external parasite and plant parasite. Lysis and leech. These are the also external parasites. And Entoma histolytica, Tinea solima, tapeworm, Oscaris lumbricoides. These are the internal parasites. They live in the alimentary canal. You observe some images on the screen. This is the leech which suck the blood from the human body. This is the external parasites. This is another image that is known as a Tinea solium or tapeworm, which live inside the alimentary canal, which absorb the digested food substances from the alimentary canal. So these are the types of the parasites and parasitic nutrition. Third one is the symbiotic nutrition. What is symbiotic nutrition? Two organisms maintain relationship with each other to be mutually benefited to obtain nourishment and shelter. This is called symbiotic nutrition. Here, leguminous plant and rhizobium bacteria is good example for the symbiotic nutrition. Leguminous plant provide shelter and nourishment for the rhizobium bacteria, and in turn, rhizobium bacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen to the plant. Here, both are benefited. So, another example for the symbiotic nutrition, one is lichens, another one is termite, trichonympha, Chlorella, and Hydra. These are the examples for the symbiotic nutrition. Holocyte nutrition. It is another mode of nutrition which involves intake of solid pieces or whole material of food. Since solid food is taken in holocyte nutrition is also called ingestive nutrition. The food consists of another animal or plant or its pods. Depending upon the source of food, holocyte organisms are of three types. One is herbivores, second one carnivore, third one omnivore. You observe some images on the screen for holocyte nutrition. The first one, frog intake the solid or whole insect into the body. The second picture, the snake swallowing the whole frog. And third picture, hydra intake the solid food substances. This is the examples for the holocyte nutrition. What we have learned in this topic, food is the basic need of all living organisms. Intake of food substances or intake of nutrients into the organism is known as nutrition. There are three types of nutrition methods in nature: autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition, and mixotrophic nutrition. Autotrophs can prepare their own food. Chemotrophs get their food from chemical substances. Photoautotrophs prepare their own food with help of sunlight in the chlorophyll from carbon dioxide water molecule is also called as photosynthesis. Saprophytes get their food from rotten food substances and decaying organic substances. It may be plant body or animal body. The parasites get their food from a plant or animal without killing them. The holocyte nutrition, the solid substances or whole body or whole food is taken into the organism. This is about the nutrition, the food supplying system. Here, one assignment for you, children. That is the first question: what is photosynthesis? Second question: distinguish between chemoautotrophs and photoautotrophs. Third one: write examples of parasitic nutrition. The fourth question: what is saprophytic nutrition? The fifth question: collect the information about symbiotic organisms which help to farmers. Thank you, students.